Now, I was telling you, between the two prostrations, we say, Rabbi ghfirli. One of them is, between the two prostrations, in some of the schools of thought, it's actually mandatory. But what is the dua? That's the simple part of it. You could say a slightly longer dua. The point I'm raising is, oh Allah, forgive me. I went down, prostrated, I said, Subhana Rabbi al-A'la, you are the greatest. And what are we saying? You are the highest. Come up from sujood, you say Allahu Akbar and say Rabbi ghfirli. Who's going to forgive you? The one who you just described in your sujood. And then you go back to another sujood. Subhanallah. Amazing. Everything happens in salah. Besides sujood, it happens twice. That's Allah. So seek the forgiveness of Allah and get onto the same page, then ask Him what you want. Rabbi ghfirli, oh Allah, forgive me. That also shows me that the seeking of forgiveness is one of the most important supplications that you can ever make. What's the other most important one? There's another one that I always say. The most repeated dua in history, the most repeated supplication on earth is which one? See if you guys were listening to some of my previous talks. Say it loudly. Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. That's the dua. Guide us to the straight path. Don't you say it every rak'ah? Guide us to the straight path. Guide us to the straight path. So those are two powerful things you as a believer needs to know. I ask Allah to guide me to the straight path, and I ask Him to give me forgiveness. Grant me forgiveness. I'm weak, I'm human. You know, we walk, we talk, we do things. We actually, even as we're walking in here, perhaps like with myself, I try to be conscious about what's going on, but sometimes you can't. Sometimes you're a human. And you know what? It happens that you're living in the real world. It's not an ideal place. Allah's created the ideal place as paradise, not as this world. So we say, oh Allah, forgive me for that which I know, that which I don't know, that which I perhaps didn't even consider was sinful against you, O Allah. Without your mercy, I am nothing. So here's Sulaiman alayhi salam. Rabbi ghfirli, O Allah, forgive me. وَهَبْ لِي مُلْكًا لَا يَنْبَغِي لِأَحَدٍ مِّن بَعْدِي. O Allah, forgive me and grant me kingdom, habli mulk, grant me kingdom, ownership of that which no one after me will have. Did you hear that? No one after me will have. And he continued by mentioning the beautiful names of Allah. You see, when you ask Allah for cure, you can say, oh Allah, grant me cure. That's a good dua. May Allah grant all of us cure. Ameen. May Allah grant those who are sick and ill cure among the ummah and on earth. Ameen. May Allah grant those who are struggling and suffering with anything ease in their difficulty and hardship. Ameen. So, here we are asking Allah for cure, but there's a better way of asking. I said, oh Allah, grant me cure. But the better way is, oh owner of cure, grant me cure.